All right, this is the first Friday Poetry Spectacular. Yeah, we've got an audience of 3 here right now. There's too much else going on right now. Oh yeah, you can count me as audience. By joining us this evening, you have accepted certain risks. Members of our audience may be exposed to the deadly toxin known as words. Side effects of exposure may include communication, discourse, compassion, empathy, and understanding. Words can be weaponized and have been known to bring about civil unrest, propaganda, revolution, and daytime television. By attending tonight's performance, you acknowledge these risks and will not hold the Poets Haven, Karma Cafe, or Lake Effect Poetry liable for any consequences that may occur. In other words, you might hear some R-rated words. I don't see any kids here, so it shouldn't be a problem. All right. We do not have anybody signed up for open mic tonight, so we're going to roll right into tonight's feature. She represented Northeast Ohio at Women of the World Poetry Slam this year. She made final stage, finished 7th. So that's the best Cleveland has had at a national slam event in 10 or 12 or 15, since like the earliest part of the century here. So put your hands together for Eris Zion Venia.
Hi, y'all. How's it going? Hey, y'all out there who are watching. So my name is Eris Venia. I'm an artist. I'm a poet. I'm an activist. I'm a sister. I'm an auntie. I'm a daughter. Um, I'm a future wife. That's pretty awesome. So I'm going to do some poems for a little bit, and we'll enjoy ourselves. It sounds like a plan for you guys? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through some of my poems from National Poetry Month back in April, because I kind of like these poems, and I don't get to really put them on their feet that often. So this was the first day of the month, and this is called Silas. Black girls don't often write about their cats. We're too caught up in being black girls. But Silas, you make me happy so often. Coming home to you makes me feel wanted. Thank you. That was to my cat. He is about 2 years old, almost 2. Going on 2. Very spoiled. He's a black cat. Yeah, he likes to get outside. So this one is called An Earnest Plea. It's a cinquain. And it says, Dear God, please do not make me have to choose between poems and sex. This would be my last one. Number 3 is called An Ode to Home. I just moved back to Cleveland, and I'm really excited to be back home. And this is a tertrina, which is a 10-line poem modeled after the sestina. There's no rhyme scheme. Instead, it's comprised of 3 stanzas using the same 3 words, like a sestina, and the final line uses all 3 words in the starting sequence. So, yeah, it's kind of complicated, but I like it. Cleveland clings. The city is mine. Loudly I salute the greatness that is all and all that is not, even when all seems to fall apart. My loyalty is yours. Vanguards of the Erie Lake, where might your ever-fresh water source be? Not looming near, I suppose. Mine always points north. Not never is something you will hear us say. Is your dialect gracefully fragmented like mine? I put on for my city, Cleveland, mine, not yours. Number four, day four, is about my nephew. And when I wrote this poem, um, was he wasn't quite one yet. He was still happy and hadn't started teething. And then he started to get his teeth, and he turned into this ornery child who didn't like anybody, and he still just doesn't like anybody. So at least I have this poem to remember the days when he was nice and sweet and all those good things. And so this is called A Kiss for Enrico Gabriel. And this is a Dorsimba poem. And it's a poetry form created by Eve Braden, Frida Doris, and Robert Simonston. It's a set form of three stanzas with 4 lines each, and it requires 3 different types of writing through each one. Um, and so there is the first one is 4 lines of a Shakespearean sonnet. So it's iambic pentameter rhymed ABAB. The second stanza is 4 lines are short and snappy verse, kind of free verse. And then the third stanza is 4 lines of an iambic pentameter with blank verse, where the last line repeats the first line of stanza 1. Has a whole lot going on. But I think for Poetry Month, you have to do the things and try out the things that you're not very comfortable with. So that's when I use this time to kind of flex those muscles. And so this is called A Kiss. Mouth wide open, full of baby drool. He leans in with a smile that draws me in. His love is one electric like a jewel. I am amazed by his joy and his grin. Turn away a sloppy kiss? Never. Take them while you can. He'll be too cool for them one day. His affection does my heart so good. Laughter that I keep for rainy days. I take his kiss without a question asked. Mouth open full of baby drool. This one is called Niger Puella Ars Poetica, which is a Ars Poetica poem, which is a term meaning the art of poetry. And this poem type is the type that you write to express a poet's aim for poetry or the poet's theories about poetry. And since I am a black girl, so my title is The Black Girl's Art of Poetry. Poetry be where the places I can break the rules, be true and real like ain't, and proudly I might as well say it how I want when no one's looking. Poetry be sanity for B-girls, black girls, brown girls, brave girls, bitch girls. Poetry be how I pray when I'm too scared to tell God my pain. Poetry be where sunshine finds its way into fingers and moonlight seeps into ink. Poetry be where I tell it like it is. When no one's looking, I might as well. And number 6, I like that I'm going just right down the line. I never do this. Number 6 is I call it 3-6, which is a hip hop group called 3-6 Mafia. But I hate the number 6, and it's like my least favorite number ever. And so I was like, oh God, it's day 6. I have to write something on day 6. I was going to skip it altogether, but so I created a form for this day, and I called it Satan's Stanza. And I created this form to celebrate my sheer disdain for the number 6, a 3-line, 1-stanza poem with 6 words in each line. So I absolutely, ugh. So this will probably be the only one I ever write in this form. But it's called 3-6. I don't like the number 6. It seems just devilish to me, especially when there's 3 of them. The end. And so this is to be the last one I do in order. I figured I'd give you guys the week 1 of National Poetry Month. And this is called Only. Fact is, you or should I say I, never get accustomed to being the only black girl in the room. And sometimes you don't realize what that uneasiness is until another black chick walks through the door. A part of you exhales that didn't know was holding her breath. There is an understanding amongst us that even if we never speak, a quick glance says it all. It says, yes, girl, I'm glad to see you too. And if shit gets real, I'll hold your earrings. Humanity ancient. Our napes bear a semblance, a kinky coil in the kitchen of our neck rolls. It takes nothing but a nod and a simple smirk to feel whole again. So I guess I'll do some of the WAPS poems. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Let's see how good. I'm kind of rusty at it. It's been a little while. Um, I'll just do it in order. I'll start with the 1 minute. See if I can get it out. How to memorize a poem. 1. Remove your bra. Anything worth doing should be done braless. 2. Take a bath. Memorization comes easy when you don't smell like onion. 3. Get hype. Do your best Beyonce bounce while looking back at your ass in the mirror. 4. Take a break. Beyonce is exhausting. 5. Post it to Facebook. It doesn't count if you don't. 6. Read your poem. Eliminate all words that have 4 or more syllables. 7. Masturbate. The mind is a whole lot clearer post-orgasm. 8. Wash your damn hands. 9. Take a nap. The mind is a little too clear post-orgasm. And 10. Put your bra back on, because clearly swinging boobs are a slippery slope. Oh, but it gets worse. All right, my 2-minute poem. Can't believe I'm doing this. Hell. Hell hath no fury like a woman with a yeasty vagina. For those who have never felt the devil dancing in Lady Town, imagine, if you will, what it would feel like to swallow Pop Rocks chased with a shot of tequila. My legs are in the stirrups. The doctor comes in and pries my vagina open with 2 ice-cold salad tongues and says, I see you're experiencing some irritation. She writes me a prescription for Terazol cream. I'm sentenced to 3 days of injecting my cunt like a cannoli before my man can feast on me without sneezing honey buns and crescent rolls. I am irate and chafed. And everyone seems to want to know how I'm doing, to which I reply, I'm fine, other than this vaginosis causing a forest fire in my crotch. Toilet paper feels like sandpaper, and if my clitoris could grow legs, she would do a double layout from between my thighs, leaving Gabby Douglas with a silver medal wondering what happened. There is no fury, no disdain, no scorn that could capture the discharging pits of hell that I am experiencing. Be afraid, my friends. Be very fucking afraid. That sounds about right? Yeah. And when you work for Planned Parenthood, you know, you talk about vaginas a whole lot more than what you ever imagine you would talk about them, so it's kind of easy to get that poem out. Thank you. 3 minutes. I've never liked the sound of a ticking clock. Each tick crawls over my skin. Each tock makes my heart murmur. Time wakes me in the middle of the night, attacking my womb, leaving writings on the wall every 28 days. The word barren soaks into pads and tampons, if not for childbearing. What is the purpose of me? I've been trapped in an endometrial cell for 13 years, and still no one calls me mommy, iya, omi, yeah. Daily I become less in love with being called woman. Being female gives you the equipment, giving birth makes you real. Each period bleeds failure. Breath, full of purposelessness, weans the child that will never happen. I've been on the longest conjugal visit, and all the sperm east of the Mississippi are incapable of moving past my cervix. I fucked and screwed myself silly in pursuit of a little piece of legacy, and soon as I am left sticky and alone, the ticking starts again. A rage against the machine, a war to find my place in humanity, praying to be, waiting for my abdomen to swell, in need of a chrysalis of content, flutter from more than fear butter. I want to fly, spread your wings. Let me feel tiny hands clutching my pinky fingers, make real my womanhood. These hips are more than dream catchers. And my 4-minute poem, goodness, it's such a long-ass poem. Wait, how does it start? Ooh. Wait a minute. Okay, I got it. Okay. I was like, where is it? It's up there somewhere. I had to bring it back. Right. It's a matter of the heart. It must be. The heart, this thing, is a theory made up of molecules that resemble mustard seeds, evidence of things not seen, love, a substance of things once hoped for. You know, I kept trying love, tailoring it to cinch at my waist and fall right to my knees, but the fabric clings and rise up when I walk, dredged in static and love. Love just ain't never in style. And here I am accessorizing it, dressing it up, even though love could give 0 fucks about how it look on me. Love don't care how I take it off seductively, thrown at the base of my bed on top of pantyhose and his drawers. I put on love the next morning before I beat eggs and stir grits for a breakfast of one. His drawers don't stay for sunrise. I grin and smirk and chuckle, making pretend that his drawers want me the way I needed to be wanted. I didn't need your permission to love you. You didn't need mine to snatch it from behind my ears like a mother who wipes them dry as to say it's time to grow up. Funny how this hurt got me writing again. Got me laughing at my misery, pushing replay on orgasm, since we both know to fuck you now will be a mockery of the demi-love we made. You're so right. You're so right. I knew where you stood. Firmly submitted, and I don't want a relationship cinder blocks. I didn't want a relationship either. I wanted to love you and be loved back. Seems simple enough, right? I love, not because it's the right thing to do, but because it converts the carbon dioxide of hurt into breathable hope. But I suppose I'm talking in black girl riddles. And the uninterested stop listening when I cease bartering orgasms for affection. You see, hoes have been on to something for centuries. If you're going to endure the pain of lovelessness, at least let it pay a cable bill or a mortgage. Do not be deceived. You see, you did this to me. With your kisses that had meaning, your sweat that soaked into my pillows, the stings of the webs, the kisses on my neck, and I'm almost glad that our last time was phone sex. You were already gone before I came. How much time was that? Okay. Don't have to do any more. Y'all, are you guys okay? Do you want to hear anything else? If you have more, you listen. Let's, I don't know. Hmm. Maybe I'll just do one more. Hmm? Well, see, I've been writing for a while. I've been writing like articles, and so it's not like I can just stand up here and read those. That's just. Oh, you know what? I have one about my job. Let me see if I can find it. It's probably 24, 25. Let's go. No. Let's see. Not 29. 28. I'll find it. There we go. So it's called A Eulogy for Planned Parenthood. And I wrote this not long after President Obama came to our national convention, which I thought was pretty cool. Um, but of course, across the entire country, there have been attacks after attacks to defund us when we do so much more than what um, certain groups say that we do. Um, and so this is just a eulogy for what would happen, what it would look like in a world without a space for women, um, and a space for people who are low income, who don't have access. Um, what happens when that space disappears? You left this earth fighting, one woman at a time. Contraceptives clutched in your fist, condoms across your heart. They treated you like a whore. Declaring it illegal to destroy the products of patriarchy, you died a bound woman. They misconstrued equity for eugenics, a smear campaign to destroy black bodies upon arrival. And here she lay. Are you happy now? I wonder how it feels to be killed in cold blood for doing the right thing, or should I say, the left thing. Every person with a hand in her slaughter finds a way to sleep at night, pats themselves on the back for a job well done, calls it God's work, not a charge brought up against them. Those who wave the flag of the pure, the holy, and the health insured don't understand the impact of a woman carrying a rape to full term, or cervical cancer caged inside a countless uterine walls, a school with no other means for sex education, a halfway house's access to HIV testing. Generations from now, we will frown upon this time. See how foolish it was to disenfranchise this fight. Protecting a woman's sexual health isn't women's rights. It's global sustainability. Honor our bodies, and we will honor this earth. And I'm going to leave it at that. So thank you guys, and yeah, peace out. Yes, from from my heart to the iPad, I should say. And you're right, though. Thank you. Thank you for coming and writing down.
All right. Well, we would normally have a slam just for fun right now, but there's nobody here signed up for it, so. And even if there were, we don't have enough people here for judges anyway, so. Yeah, don't make the MC be a judge. That's a bad idea. In 2 weeks, just 2 weeks from tonight, right here at Karma Cafe in Canton, Ohio, vending machine, Poetry for Change. It is pretty much the biggest show we do of the year, although maybe some of the Slam team fundraiser stuff gets bigger, but bring a non-perishable food donation or a donation of items like paper plates, napkins, paper towels, plastic silverware, or just disposable cups, items like that, Saran wrap, Reynolds wrap. I just said brand names. I was trying not to do that. Bring a donation for the Poetic Provisions Food Drive and receive a copy of this year's Vending Machine Poetry for Change anthology. This is the 4th year we're doing this. Teresa Gottel and I are working on the anthology right now. Well, actually, Teresa's already gone through all the submissions. I've barely been able to start, so. But yeah, we'll have the book ready. Bring a donation for the food drive. Donations go to the Canton Sunday Picnic every Sunday down in Market Square Park here in Canton. A group of volunteers provides food for those in need. Anybody who needs a good meal can come and get one. It's late morning or early afternoon time and until they run out of food at Market Square Park. It's between 3rd and 4th Street, right on Market, right beside the parking lot with the rubber rhino in it. There's a rhino sculpture made out of old tires there. Our featured performers at this show will be Vernell Bristow from Columbus, Kazim Ali, who is a professor at Oberlin College, and music by Zach. And ZachMusic.net, I think it's .net, might be .com. If you don't know who he is, check it out. He's got numerous CDs out. He just put out a new album called Provenance, which is all collaborations between him and other performers, including 2012 Grand Slam champion T.M. Gottel. Then, December 6th, will be Lake Effect Poetry's Women of the World Grand Slam right here at the First Friday Poetry Spectacular. We are not doing qualifiers this year. We are just doing one big event. Any women that are interested in winning Lake Effect's spot at Women of the World have to be at this show to compete. It will be a 4-round slam. It will be a 3-minute, a 2-minute, a 4-minute, and then the 1-minute round. At our iWhips final, we had a poet who planned to do a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and wrote pieces to do that, and then we didn't do it in that order. So I'm specifically saying 3-minute, 3-minute, then 2-minute, then 4-minute, then 1-minute, and we will probably put the open mic in the middle. We'll have an open mic for those who are not or cannot compete, you know, the dudes that are here, so they get a chance to perform as well. Each round will have a 10-second grace period, after which points are deducted, just like any normal slam. Must be original work. It is a solo competition. We can only send one poet there. You can only have one poet performing there. So no collaborative things like we occasionally, well, very rarely, but occasionally have at the slam here, at the regular slam when it's not a qualifier or whatever. No musical instruments, no props. You know the rules. The winner will be crowned the Lake Effect Women of the World champion for 2014 and will be representing us at the Women of the World Poetry Slam in Austin, Texas, March 20th through 22nd. That's the third weekend in March for those of you checking your calendars. Just trying to make sure I've said everything I need to say. Yeah. Just again, December 6th, that's a 7 o'clock show. The vending machine show, 6:30. Okay, we have three features. 6:30. I put 6:30s on the flyer because we will start the show by 7. By 7. It doesn't say at 7. By 7. We might start at 10 till. We might start at quarter till. Just, it's our biggest show of the year, and you know, the cafe has to close. It's not. This isn't a 24-hour place. Mike likes to go home at night and actually get some sleep before going to his other job in the morning. So, all right, it'll be here. Yeah. The sad announcement that I know you two both heard last show here. December 6th will be the last First Friday Poetry Spectacular that we do. I don't want to say forever, but at least for the foreseeable future. We will be moving the Poetry Slam to the Stardust show on third Fridays. Still right here, but third Friday show. And we might not hold a slam every month. It'll just be held when we need to. Kind of like the Root and Slam show. Despite the name, they only have a slam when it's a Lake Effect qualifier. So that just one show here a month, one poetry show here a month, and that will give me a little more ability to focus on getting people in here for it. We had nice full houses at the beginning of the year, and then after all the slam team stuff, I think we burned everybody out. So, yeah, December 6th will be the last First Friday Poetry Spectacular for the foreseeable future then. But Slam will be moved to Stardust. However, we will no longer be broadcasting the shows on the internet. The Stardust shows, the features are recorded for podcasting. The slams will not be broadcast. The shows will not be broadcast. If you want to see the show, you got to get your butt here to Canton to see it. I'm getting very tired of people that live 10 minutes away telling me, oh yeah, that was a great show last weekend. You weren't there. I watched it online. You're 10 minutes away. Why weren't you here? So, thank you to our small audience tonight. That's the other reason we're stepping out of the First Friday show and just going to focus on Stardust. Is these smaller audiences aren't as good, especially when you need judges for a slam. So, but thank you everyone. Have a wonderful night.